Hey guys, what's up? I know I said I am going to do, record my film journey, all that stuff, but you know what? I love going to the movie theater and I really do, you know, I am an AMC Stubs member, so there's a reason for me to actually go to the movie theater. Tonight I'm going to be watching Underwater starring Kristen Stewart and I think TJ Miller's in the movie, but I haven't watched it yet. You'll see my reactions. And I do want to talk about some of my favorite movies and stuff this year. And I do want to get more into, talking about some of my favorite movies, as they come out. So, yeah, let's get it. We are, guys, at AMC Esplanade. Just heading upstairs. Gonna find the elevator.
I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following this feeling. I'm conquering this fear, I'm busting through the ceiling.
There's something following us.
Alright, guys, so now that I'm back home and I've kind of slept on the movie, I would actually like to go more in depth about it. So, Underwater is a science fiction horror film directed by William Eubank. It stars Kristen Stewart, who looks like Logic, Vincent Castle, Jessica Hanbeck, John Gallagher Jr., and Mahmoudou Aitha. Something. You have Google. You have Google. I'm actually going to Google his name. I'm going to put it right there. I'm not even going to attempt to try and say his name. Anyways. As well as our good old friend TJ Miller.
I am sorry, you are haunting.
So the movie is obviously how it looks from the trailers. It's about an underwater scientific digging team who are in the Marianas Trench, and then things go wrong pretty quickly. So let's get to the downright positives, because there are plenty, believe it or not, this being a January horror movie. The movie starts off with a bang, gracefully. The setup is not too long. You really only get 5 minutes before everything goes to hell. And while there isn't much time to develop our main characters, the development is done throughout the movie rather than it all be in the chunk, like a 20-minute opening chunk and so on and so forth. That does help get the action going a lot faster, and I do appreciate the movie for knowing what it is and just sticking to it. As I said before, you kind of meet everybody as things go wrong, and for the most part, it sets up everybody pretty well, and everybody, for the most part, is extremely relatable and likable. I did not expect that. I expected all the generic archetypes of, a generic horror movie. That's why this movie is so special. That's why this movie, I think, stands out among the others, is everyone's not just an archetype. Everybody has more than just a quirk or a stereotypical horror movie trope. What I want to get into the most is the cinematography, because that is something that let me down, but at the same time amazed me. So, when the movie first begins, the first 5 minutes, like I said, when things are going wrong, when things are just going to hell, you have some amazing cinematography. It's well executed, and that's why I'm so disappointed to say that as the movie goes on, I feel like it deteriorates. There are just more and more shaky, specifically in the action sequences, the more intense sequences. It is extremely hard to follow. Specifically when they are out in the water in their suits, I just felt like that wasn't the best decision in terms of storytelling, especially since, a decent amount of the movie is underwater and it's in very dimly lit places that it was very hard to follow. Like I said, the scenes turn into shaky, incomprehensible, awfully lit set pieces, which kind of made me, a little disappointed. As I was walking out of the movie theater and walking to my car, there was a couple and in the elevator with me, and they were like, "Oh, did you like the movie?" "Yeah, I liked it, except it was kind of hard to follow." "Yeah, I noticed that." And then I asked them, I was just like, out of curiosity, what made it hard to follow? Was it? And they replied, it was just really dark. Also, yeah, while I said the action gets off very quickly and we are introduced to our characters decently well, the problem is there's not enough of it. It's another thing this movie didn't do. Like I said, this is a giant, when you watch the trailer, it's a giant underground mining facility thing. It's not this tiny little isolated space station, or this is a massive underground water facility that we know nothing about, we know nothing how it works. And I feel like for this movie it would have benefited from that, because they are using it to get from, one place to another. It is a crucial part of the plot. And yeah, there are a couple of scenes where they're like, oh, let's put out a map and we're gonna go from here to here. And I don't know, I felt like the audience would have appreciated maybe a bit more, not too much. I don't want them to spend, the first half hour of the movie going in depth to what they're doing down there, but I felt like it would have just given us a nice, sense of world building, because this is something new. You are creating a new world when you're doing this. And like I said, to learn how the facility works, you also learn about who's on it, how many people are on it, because they're always like, oh, we lost all these people, or this facility, well, how's my ship doing? You don't really get that feeling, because you never know how many people are actually working inside of I forgot the name of it. It's like Phoebus or something weird like that. That scale itself is gone, and you only get the 7 characters, and I'm pretty sure 7 of them aren't running this entire facility. I'm pretty sure many people lost their lives. But you never get the magnitude of how many people lost their lives. It's just a lot. Overall, guys, I can say I'm pleasantly surprised. This is a movie I'd wait maybe a couple of weeks and go see it in a heartbeat. Unless you're an AMC Stubs member and you're really, into sci-fi horror, this was a pleasant surprise, and I say go support it. Alright guys, the next movie I'm going to be going to see is Weathering With You by Makoto Shinkai. I'm a huge fan of him and I can't wait to go see it. Till then guys, stay tuned. I will be throwing a lot more content your way. This is Neon Cactus Films signing off.